Welcome back to Frugal Outdoors. Today I want to show you how to pick out a good watermelon and cut it up and then put it in a good bowl so it's easy to serve, and then keep it in the refrigerator to keep it cool. When you try to take a half a watermelon, stick it in the refrigerator, sometimes it'll leak all over the place and juices will get all over, so it makes a mess. So if you make all your mess all at one time and clean it up right here out on the cutting board, you don't have to worry about it transferring into the refrigerator. So things that you're going to need: a good sturdy sharp knife, a metal spoon. It doesn't have to be slotted, but a metal spoon is preferred because it is firm and you'll be needing to scoop into the watermelon. And then the watermelon, of course, and then the preferred bowl with a lid. Now first, choosing your watermelon. Now I didn't get this out of a field or anything. I was able to get this at the grocery store. But when you're picking a watermelon, you want to look at the bottom where it touches the ground. Where the bottom touches the ground, you don't want it to be white. That means it's not ripe yet. When that bottom starts to get this yellow hue across the bottom of it like this, that means it's ripening. You'll notice on the very end here, there's a little tiny bit of white left. That's what it will look like when it's not ripe. It'll look like that all the way across. So this one here, it's got a good large area of yellow, so I know it's ripe. So now I'm going to cut it, and then I'll show you how to cube it up. You could cut it this way or this way. I prefer to cut it long ways. Just cut it in half just like this. There you go. And then you take your knife and in segments work your way across the watermelon and slice all the way down to the rind on the inside, but you don't want to poke through it. Now I'm going to make about 1-inch chunks all the way through it like this. Go down into the rind. That one's a little bit thick. All the way down through the entire length of the watermelon. Now it doesn't have to be this type of knife. It could be any type of knife as long as it's long enough to reach all the way through to the rind, and you want it to be sharp at least. Sometimes I'll even use a filleting knife. Now I've already made my slices all the way across this way, so now I'm going to turn it and cut it long ways. Straight down to the rind, just like on the short direction. All the way down through there, about 1 inch apart. What we're going to do is we'll take our metal spoon from here. We're going to scoop and try to drag it along the rind. First I'm going to make about halfway through it, that way my pieces are small. I'll go down through there about halfway down through the rind, and you'll notice the pieces are in chunks. I'll do this over the bowl and dump it in, and then I'll do it again. This time I'm going to go down to the rind. I'll spin it around to the other side. Down to the rind. Now, if you're going to serve it right away, you don't have to transfer it into a bowl. But I'm putting this in the refrigerator, so I'll dump all that down into the bowl. And now you see almost all that's out of there. I could also make another pass just to make sure and get a little bit more closer to the rind on both sides. I'll go in both directions. And I'll pour that into my bowl also. And there you have it. All that is out of there. Very minimal mess. And it's already in the bowl. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends. See you next time.